Oh, well, there are already people here. Hi, everybody. I hope everybody's doing okay. So, um, yeah, we're just going to talk about personal year numbers and kind of just, numerology, maybe a little bit in general. I don't know if any of you know what your own numerology is for 2021. Hello, Yasmin. Okay, yeah, I'm going to be doing those later. First, we're going to do maybe like 20 minutes or 30 minutes at the most, a discussion of our numerology. Hi, Miss. Personal year one. So if you're in a personal year one, that's going to be the start of a whole new cycle. So you've just completed a very important cycle, and now you're starting a new one. So last year in 2020, Yasmin, you probably would have had a lot of things kind of coming to an end point in your life, coming to a sort of a culmination. Hi, Gabriella. Yeah, it's nice to be back. I'm doing well. I didn't sleep very well last night. I think I was a little nervous about coming back to the live stream after being gone for a while, but I had some issues with my computer, and then it was just the busyness of the holidays. So I do love doing my live streams, but I also, to be honest, I did kind of enjoy having a break as well. So I hope everyone else is doing all right as well. So I think first I want to talk about just the, we have our personal year number, which it sounds like a lot of you kind of know what that is. Peachy or anyone else who wants to calculate your personal year number, if you look in the description box under the video, I have a link to a website. Just put your information in there on that website and they'll calculate it for you. I'm doing well. Thank you guys for asking. I hope you all are as well. But I was thinking the other day just about, so we have our own individual personal year numbers, but every year has its number as well. And when we add our life path number to that year, so 2020 was a 4-year because 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 0 equals 4. So my life path number is also 4. So 4 plus 4 equals 8. So for me, 2020 was an 8 personal year, but the year itself for everyone, 2020 was a 4-year. And 4 years are about hard work. It's about hard work, taking on a lot of responsibility and setting firm foundations for ourselves. It's a year that really requires a lot of responsibility. So it really makes sense considering, what happened in 2020. Hi, Miss M. That we had this 4 personal year. And so the number 4 is also about, like I said, setting down firm foundations. So the hard work that occurs in a 4-year is meant to sort of lay a very definite, firm foundation for the future. And I was thinking a little bit more deeply about the numerology of 2020 because I don't think it's just that number that we add the digits up to that matter. All of the numbers have meaning, and 2020 is a repeating number. 2020, right? And not only do the numbers themselves have meanings, but of course we have an association with that particular number already. It's about our vision. 2020 is about having clear vision and clear sight. And so, of course, this has also been just symbolically, it makes sense for this year because I think it's woken us up a lot. It's woken us up to a lot of things. We could go into a discussion of that, of what, each of us feels that this, pandemic has woken us up to. And not just the pandemic, but everything that's happened this year. Protests and it's been, there's just been a lot going on this year that's been difficult. But I was also thinking, I feel that the year 2020 also carries the energy of the numbers 22 and the number 00. Now, 22 is, in numerology, it's referred to as a master number, and it's kind of like the higher vibration of the number 4. because again, 2 plus 2 equals 4. But 22 is a master number, so it's like that higher vibration of the 4 energy. I think that's very important. And of course, 00 is kind of like a reset button. So here we have, really setting through the difficult times we've experienced this year and all that we've learned from it. I think that it is obviously giving us like a real major reset button, asking us to really reevaluate our approach to life collectively and individually, so that we can, from this moment, what we decide to lay on this firm foundation. And what do you do when you put down a foundation? First, you have to clear the land. You have to clear the land to lay that foundation. So that's what this year has been, clearing out and laying that initial foundation. The way that we respond to this moment in history is going to have lasting repercussions. This is a new foundation, and we have to build our collective future upon the foundation that has been created through 2020's, through all that we've experienced in 2020. So it's a very important moment in history. How do we move forward from here? So anyway, those are some of my thoughts about that. Let me just backtrack and see. Tasha is saying a personal year 2 is a relief. Peachy, your year number is a 7 and your life path is a 9. That's very interesting. People with a life path of 9 tend to be very humanitarian type people, or that, that's part of your life's journey, is to be involved in humanitarian things at some level. And the 7 personal year is a year of introspection and going within. It can be a year where you might be more isolated or just want to spend more time in solitude. Of course, following 2020, you may not feel that way quite as much, but it is a year of real deep inner seeking. Seichi Rao, it is so nice to see you. Also, another life path 9. Well, yeah, 2021 is a 9 year for me as well. It's not anything to be scared of. It just means that you're wrapping up, loose ends of a cycle that's completing. It doesn't mean that you're going to lose anything that you wanted to have. It just means like a cycle is completing. And life is all about cycles, like the moon cycle. We're constantly moving in cycles and experiencing cycles. Seichi Rao is saying, I see the 9 as the spiral. Time to move on, get to the next level. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's like you've culminated a cycle. It's like graduating out of a particular cycle. So it can be a year 2 of kind of reflecting on, how have I spent the last several years? Have I spent them well? So 2020 was an 8 year for me. 8 years are kind of fast moving years. They can be very busy years. There can be kind of a lot going on, but also a year where there's a lot of opportunities to be taken advantage of. I think that all kind of makes sense to me for how 2020 went. It definitely was a quick year. I find personally that it seems like it's like towards the last half of the year, especially, I start to feel the energy of my personal year number more strongly. And yeah, things definitely felt like they were moving very quickly. There was a lot that I wanted to get accomplished this year. I was like, oh my God, it's an 8 year. I'm so excited because this is supposed to be a year of like expansion and opportunities. And I didn't get as far as I wanted, but I feel like for some of the things that I have in mind, goals that I have for myself, I feel like at least I have a better mindset about how to approach them and how to kind of wrap them up in my 9 year. I was just like, I need to take advantage of the 8 year, while I have it. And but now I'm like, chill out, Gabby. It was a rough year for everybody. It was a difficult year. And the 9 year can be that year when I, wrap up some of these things. So I've got time. It's okay. Oh, you're a life path 8 and a personal year 8. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Does it have any yeah, maybe it is more special. If the personal year, if it happens to be the same as your life path, I would think that it would. That I would think that that would make it an especially important year for you in terms of fulfilling your life's path, your life's journey. All right. So I'll just go through the numbers for anyone who's interested. Is anyone having a 1 year, or did you have a 1 year in 2020? Hi, Shivasp. Are the readings timeless on my pick a cards? Yes. And if well, the ones that we're doing here are personal. The ones that I will be doing eventually, I'll be doing some free readings. Those are just for the moment. But yeah, my pick a card readings are all timeless unless they're specified otherwise. But it's nice to have you. Thank you. So Tasha, your last year was a 1, or is it this year? A lot of new beginnings. Yeah. And those beginnings were difficult, it sounds like. I'm navigating to a different, can you all still see me when I do this? I'm going to a different tab on my computer. I'm thinking you probably can, but yeah. Did you feel that that was the case, that lots of things ended for you in 2020? Hi, Tarishi. I'm glad that you finally got to come by and chat with us. I think we always have a pretty good discussion. Okay, so a 2 personal year is a lot about relationships. Honestly, I'm not as familiar with a 2 personal year, which is why I'm on this other this website. It's supposed to be a 2. If any of you are having a 2 personal year, that's supposed to be a good year for finding a romantic partner, and it is just in general a more like relationship oriented year. According to this website, though, it is a year that kind of can move slowly. Let's see here. Anyone else familiar with the personal years and wants to add anything about the number 2 year? Let's see. It's about trusting and timing and patience, and just again connecting more in one-on-one situations. Just like a relationship-oriented year. It's just a little bit similar to a 6 year. A 6 year is also kind of family-oriented. A 6 year can be a year like when there's a birth of a child. It doesn't have to be to you. It can just be in your family or any kind of addition to your family, like a marriage even. The 3 year is about fun and creativity and self-expression. It's just about creation in general. The number 3, it's like you take this and you take this and you put them together and you create something else. Like a man and a woman had a little baby. So 3 is a year that would be driven by you wanting to be personally creating. And that doesn't have to necessarily be artistic creation. It could just be expanding your life in some way. And then a 4 personal year, which we talked about before, and maybe it's because I'm a life path 4, I feel like I understand energy of the 4-year. I'm definitely not an expert in numerology, but I do love working with numbers, angel numbers in addition to numerology. But anyway, a 4 personal year is, like I said before, 2020 was a 4-year for all of us. And it's a card of hard work, a year of hard work. And you're really going to have to put your nose to the grindstone. It's a very serious year. A lot of responsibility is required in a 4 personal year. And like I said, it allows you to build a firm foundation. Now, a 5-year, for those of you who don't like change, a 5-year is all about change. There will be lots of change, expected, unexpected, just a ton of it. It is also a year about kind of striking out and having more freedom. You know, being willing to kind of be your own person, to step outside of the box and do your own thing. But it also is a very uncertain year. There will be a lot of, just like I said, a lot of unexpected changes. So it can be a little bit of a chaotic or disruptive year if you're someone in particular who has a difficult time with change. I think that most people have some level of difficulty with change, but some people are just have even more of a difficulty of it. Yes, 11, and 11 is, that's your personal year, Yasmin, or is it your life path? An 11 year would, yeah, it would be, you're right, a year that you're more connected to your intuition. You hate changes, Taurus vibe. Yeah, this is true. Tauruses like to get into like an established, comfortable rut and stay there. It's not a rut, but you know, yeah, they do kind of prefer routine and for things to be more like expected and to stay the same. That's very true. All right. Okay, the 6th personal year, I'm reading from this website, astrostyle.com. It says the 6th personal year is known as the marriage and divorce year. Relationships are a focal point, and you could make a major decision regarding one. It's also a good year to get married or engaged if you're hovering around that commitment. But the energy of 6 helps you evaluate your role in all relationships, not just romantic. And like I said, it can be very like family oriented as well. It can be a year where there's just a lot going on with your family. Family connections are especially important, or there are just a lot of things revolving around the family unit in that year. One of my 6 personal years was 2009, and that's when my niece was born, which was very life-changing for me. And so it can be, you know, a year where children are born also. Of course, that can happen in any year, but you know, I just kind of like to follow my personal years and kind of see how the number plays out for me over the course of the year. The 7 personal year is one where you're going to be really developing yourself spiritually, doing a lot of inner seeking, going within, understanding yourself more, but also being more in touch with, you know, your faith and your spirituality. Maybe coming to a point of, you know, even understanding or reevaluating your current belief system, overhauling your belief system. The 8 year, okay, I'm quoting Astro Style. Welcome to your power year. The focus of an 8 personal year is on wealth, financial health, and personal influence. In 2020, in 2020 or whatever year it happens to be, you'll develop the skills to become a confident CEO of your life. It's not easy street, though. Your power will be tested. I think that's true. The number 8, of course, in tarot relates to the strength card. Usually, sometimes people associate it with the justice card, but yeah, this was definitely a year for me. 2020 was an 8 year for me. It definitely tested my strength. And then the 9 personal year, let me quote, time to let go. The 9 personal year is the end of a 9-year cycle. Your focus is on completion and releasing the old to create space for your next 9-year journey. Allow what no longer serves you to fall away, including relationships and jobs. This website doesn't list the 11 personal year, but like someone here mentioned, it is like yeah, it can kind of increase intuitive abilities and things like that. All right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I see one question here up on the board. I'm not going to make a list. You have to be here at the moment. You have to kind of stick around, and I'll try to give as many people. We only have 14 people here, so I'll try to give as many free readings as I can, but I can't guarantee that I'll get one for everyone. But I see who misses. Who misses if you're still here? She's asking my ex K's intentions towards me. All right. So who are you still here? 11. Julie, I'm excited to see how that turns out for you. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember which years for me, what year I've had an 11. So I don't know from personal experience exactly how that's played out, but who, if you want me to answer your question, you need to respond. Otherwise, I'm going to choose someone else. Maybe she left. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, Miss M, I'm not like an expert or anything. I mean, half of what I did was just reading from a website, but okay, who must have left? Yasmin says, I want a dog in my 11 year. My niece got a dog this past year, and I was worried because I was like, she thinks she knows what level of responsibility that requires, and she really doesn't. And that turned out to be the truth. But she's learning responsibility with her dog. She got a Labradoodle. Those dogs are so sweet and loving. I mean, I think all dogs are, but I guess one of the benefits of a Labradoodle, I mean, they got it to kind of help her with anxiety and stuff. I guess Labradoodles are particularly good at that because they really bond. They bond with their human. Okay. I also see a question from Asiya. Asiya, are you still here? Asiya Warsame Ali. Asiya Warsame Ali is asking, will the third party leave us? If you're still here, you need to comment. I need to find someone who's asking a question who's still here. I feel like people are popping in and they want to ask a question and they expect like an immediate answer, and if they don't get it, they just leave. So, okay, I'm sorry if I'm missing anyone. So, like I said, I'll try to get back to everyone. Okay, Yasmin is here. Thank you, Yasmin. Yasmin just wants to know, will I get a job this month? Okay, so this is for Yasmin. She's saying, will I get a job this month? Will Yasmin get a job this month? I'm going to pull one card and one fortune cookie and one, is Gabriella still here? Gabriella sent me these tarot stickers. So I'm going to pull one of those too. Some of them are like traditional tarot stickers. Some of them are just kind of made up tarot cards. They're kind of funny. Okay. So will Yasmin get a job this month? We have the Sun card, so that's very positive. I feel like that's a yes. It's going to be, the result of that is going to be very happy for you. And I have a bag of fortune cookies. No, I don't know where I put them. So it feels like a yes, but we'll get a little bit more information from your guides. I don't think this will be as loud on the live stream recording from my laptop as it is when I'm recording pick-a cards, but Just so you know, this might be a little loud when I open it. I'm glad you're excited about your year, Julie. Okay. So for Yasmin, still it says, a mentor is someone whose hindsight can become your foresight. So yeah, I think that yes, you will get a job this month, and you'll meet some sort of mentor there who I think you're going to have a good relationship with. The learn Chinese word on the back is pork. And I don't know, the only kind of association I'm making with that oracle wise is, like, I think pigs can be kind of symbolic of abundance, or, there's enough kind of money to roll around in, like a pig rolling in the mud. So it can be like, yes, this would be like a financially abundant year, a year when you would connect more to abundance. And yeah, I mean, it seems like a yes. Okay, then your little tarot sticker was the unicorn. That's just very positive. It's a unicorn wearing a crown. So it's also, they have the number 15 here, which is, Capricorn energy, devil card energy, which is not bad. I mean, the devil card in terms of like, getting a new job would be a very positive energy. So yeah, I do feel like the answer is yes. There you go. All right. I need a piece of paper to write on so I can remember who I'm reading for. This is how brief my short-term memory is sometimes. I'm just halfway through Yasmin's reading. I'm like, who was I reading for again? Okay. Okay, I see a question from Sydney. Now, if I've missed you, I'm not necessarily doing things in order. I can't just be, so just be patient with me, right? Because I'm going to try to do lots of readings. But Sydney is asking, can I expect to make any money from a side business this year? Okay, so can Sydney expect to make any money from a side business this year? Okay, thank you, Miss M. Could Sydney expect to make money from a side business this year? So positive so far. We have the full card, so like a refreshing new start. And in fact, my camera's not great, so I don't know how well you can see this, but these two guys, they're looks like they're sneaking around in a wine cellar, but they look happy. So they're about to get into some shenanigans that they're happy about. Your tarot sticker card is the surfer. Like I said, some of these stickers are like made up cards, and it's associated with the number 6. So yeah, I think that you will. I think that you'll be surfing that wave of something new in relation to starting a side business, or making money off of a side business. And then let's get you a fortune cookie to just get a little bit more guidance or insight for her. Okay, it says absence sharpens love, but presence strengthens it. And the learn Chinese word on the back is refrigerator. I actually kind of feel, because this is also a 6 card, which relates to the Lovers card. Sydney, it might be particularly a very prominent year for you in your love life. And I think that it will, I feel like with refrigerator, it's kind of like there's a lot, maybe like a strong theme of like home and family, like domesticity, you know what I'm trying to say. That's very positive. So I feel like it'll be positive also in like your personal relationships this year. So that's what I'm getting. So far, so good. Everyone's getting positive readings. That's nice. Okay, so Teresha is next. Teresha is asking, will I meet my life partner this year and what will he be like? I hope you're still here, Teresha. Please comment so I know that I'm not giving a reading to someone who's not even here. She wants to know if she's going to meet her life partner and what will he be like. Just give me a little comment, Teresha, to let me know you're listening. Okay, thank you. Now these one card pulls, I guess it's not technically one card because I'm pulling 3 different items, but one tarot card. These go much quicker than my normal readings here. So this is fun. Maybe I should do this more often. Okay. Is she going to meet her life partner this year? If the quick pace is fun, yeah. Okay, we get the 4 of Pentacles reversed, and then the 3 of Swords. So I feel like it's a no. Yeah, because I'm just going to say it's a no. I don't see you establishing that level of connection with anyone. I don't see you getting into a committed relationship this year. Let me pull your fortune cookie and see if your guides have any kind of advice for you or just extra insight into this. A new environment makes all the difference in the world. So maybe the guidance is to kind of like get outside of your normal established routines, and then you might be more likely to meet someone. If you've thought about moving, it could be something huge for you. But just it says a new environment makes all the difference in the world. So getting outside of your normal, going to new places, kind of getting out and doing new things, going places you don't normally go, would give you access to meeting new people. The learned Chinese word on the back is mango. And just my immediate associations is it seems like kind of fun. And I think, the color mangoes, they're kind of orange, right? On the inside. So I think like just kind of a fun, lighthearted approach to romance. I think they're saying, maybe just kind of have fun, like meeting people, and not necessarily put so much pressure on it becoming something committed would be a more fruitful approach for you. All right. Okay, so next is Julie. Are you still here, Julie? Julie wants to know about the current energy with her boyfriend, Mike. I'm assuming Julie is still here, but... Oh, you're moving next month. Well, there you go. I think that that's going to be positive for you. But still, I mean, they're saying that you're not likely to end up in a committed relationship. But energies can change. And of course, if you take their guidance to be kind of more lighthearted about it, maybe that new approach would actually, make it more likely that you would. So it's still possible. It's just the current energies are leaning towards no. But I also feel like your guides are just telling you, Teresha, that move is going to be really positive for you in a lot of ways, not just in terms of relationships. All right, Julie's here, so let's see what her message is. Okay. So I think you just asked, what's the energy going to be? Yeah, what's the current energy? Okay. What's the current energy? What's the current energy? We get the Hierophant. All right, let me pull some other things just to kind of... the Hierophant and the High Priestess. Interesting. Major Arcana. We have another one wanting to come out, and it's the Three of Swords reversed, actually. I feel like this feels like a very serious energy between you and Mike. I feel like both of you are really being very thoughtful about this. You're definitely both very much trying to show up for the relationship and to try to approach the relationship in the way that will, avoid any pain or avoid any breakup. It's sort of like the focus is on avoiding a breakup and also maybe just having a better understanding of each other. I feel like you're both trying to like have a clearer understanding of the other. It's interesting to me because the Hierophant and the High Priestess are like the masculine and the feminine versions of the same energy. The Hierophant is about, seeking knowledge and understanding through like established means, like, reading books or going to like religious dogma, established thought. It's like gaining wisdom through like concrete practical means. And then of course the High Priestess is also about gaining knowledge and wisdom, but it's gaining that through being in touch with your being in touch with intuitive insights, accessing wisdom intuitively. And then the Hierophant is accessing wisdom through like reading books and listening to authority figures and what authority figures tell you is true. The High Priestess is kind of like getting more in touch with divine authority in like a direct access kind of a way, like going directly to the divine and finding wisdom that way. And also going within and being in touch with your own inner wisdom. So it's interesting. It could also be that I don't know if you're both spiritual people, but you approach spirituality in a different way. And maybe that could be with this Three of Swords reverse, that could be maybe an area that's kind of difficult for the two of you to sort out a little bit. Like I respect the fact that you approach spirituality differently than me, but also it causes a little bit of, an obstacle for us to overcome, that kind of thing. Because I think that neither of you wants to allow that to get in the way. That's what I'm feeling. Let me pull your fortune card. So your fortune says, every artist was first an amateur. And so you're talking about how this is a new relationship. So you're amateurs right now at this relationship, but you are going to become established artists. You're going to learn the art of how to make this relationship work, I think is what it's what it's saying. And then the word on the back is strawberry. I don't know why this is making me think of Harry Styles. Does he have a song called that, or a song that mentions strawberries? He has a lot of songs lately that mention fruit. I'm getting a lot of fruit words on the back of these fortunes too. So to me, strawberry, it's very lighthearted. I think it's very positive. I feel like there's a lot of love between the two of you, basically a lot of love to the point that you both are really wanting to work past any things that might, present as obstacles. I feel like there's a lot of respect and love and sweetness. Like strawberries almost have like a little heart shape to them. So I don't know, that's very sweet. I liked that reading too, Julie. All right, so Seven Heaven, are you still here, Seven Heaven? I'll try to find, okay, Seven Heaven wants to know, will they graduate from university this year? This is definitely a more difficult time if you're trying to graduate because of COVID and all of those things. All right, thank you so much, Seven. I need to get some more water I need to get my clary sage spray refreshed. I'll be right back. It will just take me a minute, okay? All right. Thank you, guys. I like to spray this between readings, and my bottle was empty. You like this chair? I actually, I painted it. It used to look very different. I found it out of the dumpster. I think it's a chair that probably used to belong in a Mexican restaurant. It's that type of chair that you often see in Mexican restaurants. It was very colorful. It had a lot of different colors that it was painted with, which probably looked pretty at one time, but they were all kind of peeling off too. And the seat cushion was covered by this kind of vinyl stuff that was cracked. So I took that off. I put my own fabric over the seat and I painted the wood part white. I think it's nice too. I get a lot of compliments on it. Okay, so I'm sorry to get distracted, 7. Okay, 7 wants to know if they're going to graduate from university this year. Thank you. Yeah, I love to dumpster things. I have a tabletop that I found that I'm going to turn into a table as well. It was a really great tabletop that someone put out at the dumpster. It just didn't have table legs. So I'm going to put some legs onto it. All right. Will 7 graduate from university this year? Okay. I get the 6 of Pentacles reversed, and so I feel like this is a warning. You know, like tarot readings are not definite. They're reading the energy of the moment. And you're only 3 exams left. That's exciting. I mean, I feel like your guides are kind of like, they want you to know that if you want this to happen, you can't kind of cheat. You can't skip steps. You can't forget to study. You have to do the work. Because the 6 of Pentacles reverse is telling me right now that energy is leaning towards a no. And I don't want you to get alarmed and think that's a definite no, but it's leaning towards a no. You know, the 6 of Pentacles says whatever you put into something is what you'll get back. Right? So they want to make sure that you're putting into it what you can. And then the 2 stickers that came out, 2 little tarot stickers, one of them says the cheat day, and then the other one is pizza reversed. So it's kind of like if your goal, for example, was to lose weight, but then you were taking like a lot of cheat days, you're probably not going to meet that goal, right? You can take a cheat day, you know, like occasionally, but if you're doing it all the time, your progress is going to be hindered. And with the pizza reversed with cheat day, I think it's just saying like you need to definitely make sure that you're not kind of giving yourself too many free days, you know, to like, oh, I'll take a free day and I won't study today, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? So let's pull a fortune cookie for you. And I know that's probably not what you want to hear, but like I said, it's not set in stone. And also, I try to have integrity as a reader. I'm not going to say that the answer is positive if that's not what I'm seeing. Okay. So the fortune says a good laugh and a good cry both cleanse the mind. So I think they want you to they want you to find ways of like being lighthearted and not always having to be so serious. And they also want to know, you know, acknowledge those moments when it feels really stressful. Yeah, I am trying hard though. Yeah. And the learn Chinese word on the back is exciting. I'm going to actually pull some more cards for you because I feel like this is probably like a very stressful time for you, and this is probably not easing your stress at all, what I'm saying to you. But a good laugh and a good cry both cleanse the mind. Okay, we get the Judgment card and we get the Page of Wands. I think I do. I think that the issue is that maybe you have friends or other people who want to just have fun and have exciting times. And these people might be kind of like pulling you away of what you really need to focus on right now. It might be hard for you to say no or something. Like if someone asks you to do something, maybe it's hard for you to say no right now or something like that. What's your best advice for her? The Knight of Pentacles. I mean, it's just continue. If you're working hard, if you're studying hard, just continue to do that. And they're saying, like, what's the worst? I'm asking them if, for example, 7 doesn't graduate, what's the worst that would mean for 7? And they're saying Hermit reversed and 5 of Swords. They're kind of saying like, well, you won't be alone because there will be other people who don't also. And also they're just saying like, it's not a competition, so don't view it as a failure. If that does happen, you can come back and you can still succeed. It's not the end of it. It's not your only chance to graduate. So you'll have another chance, obviously. But yeah, I mean, I think it's like your best chance, of course, is to put in the hard work, which you're already doing. And, just try not to take it so seriously, I think. Like maybe let go of the stress through like, just trying not to worry so much about the outcome. Like I said, it won't be the end of the world. All right. I hope that helps. I know that it's probably not quite what you wanted to hear. All right. Next is it Catrian or Catrian? Let me see. I don't know what's your question. Let me try to find your question here. Okay, what changes are coming my way in the next 6 months? You're a little bit confused. Yeah. I mean, I think the biggest takeaway is just to keep studying, to keep studying, keep your nose to the grindstone, but try not to stress out too much. And that's going to be your best bet, Are you still here, Catrian? I will say also with those types of questions, even for me, when I ask my guides about those types of questions, I feel like they tend to be kind of like hesitant to say yes anyway, because they don't want me to just think, oh, it's a sure bet, so I can just slack off, for the rest of the semester or whatever. All right. So you wanted to know just about the next 6 months, right? Like what's the energy of the next 6 months? What can you expect? All right. What's the energy for her for the next 6 months? Okay, we have the 6 of Pentacles again. This time it's upright. And let me see. We have the Beer card and the Moon card. I'm going to pull a clarifier. Okay, 3 of Swords reversed. So we get the 6 of Pentacles and the 3 of Swords reversed. I'm still not sure what this is saying. Empress reversed. Okay. All right. I think that they're saying like financially things will be kind of even. Financially, speaking over the next 6 months, there'll be enough money coming in to cover, what needs to go out, maybe with a little wiggle room. I feel like it's, whatever financial abundance you're hoping to have over the next 6 months, you might not have. In terms of relationships, I feel like I don't know if you're in a relationship or you're interested in someone. I feel like the love that you have for each other is equal, but it seems to me like there is like a struggle to kind of avoid heartbreak. We also get the Lover's card reversed. It feels like in terms of relationships and money, things will be okay, but not as good as you want them to be. I think there'll be moments when you're kind of stressed out over the next 6 months, and you might want to just like, I don't know, indulge in like alcohol or some other thing that kind of soothes your nerves, to kind of calm your emotions. Let me pull a fortune card for you. We started out with like very positive messages, and now it's getting a little bit more, I don't know. I don't want to say negative, but it's a little bit more like challenging, we'll say. Okay, and your fortune cookie says, every important call is a close one. And the word on the back is snake. So there will be lots of close calls over the next 6 months. And with snake on the back, I feel that, there are definitely moments that might trigger you, moments where they're going to be unexpected challenges. Every important call is a close one. I think I just feel that there are going to be some real there are going to be some difficult moments for you. I'm not going to lie, in the next 6 months, and your guides want you to be prepared for that. I feel like your interpersonal relationships, some of your interpersonal relationships are a little bit tedious over the next 6 months. Like it's kind of hard to maintain harmony. But your guides are saying like it is important. I think they're saying communication is going to be really important for you in order to navigate these difficulties, because you're going to need people to help support you, but you're also going to be kind of stressed out. Any final thoughts for her? We get the Tower card reversed. So they want you to know it's not like going to be like a disaster. Nothing like horrible is going to happen. But there will be moments when you have to sort of like avert disaster, like a close call. Like we said, the Tower reversed, it reemphasizes that message that there will be some close calls. Like if you're walking through the woods and a snake, comes out of nowhere, you're going to have to jump out of the way. You know what I mean? You won't get bitten by the snake, but it'll be like a harrowing moment. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, so who is next? Thank you, Katrine. I hope that was helpful. Let me see here. Ivana. Okay, Ivana. Can you tell me if my new lover boy and I have a future together? Well, I like that term. That's cute. Okay. Ivana. Does she and her lover boy have a future? Lover boy. Happy year, Alex Angelica. All right, Ivana and her lover boy. Tell us what their future is. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I feel like the answer is no. I'm in a cycle right now of you all not getting the answers you want. We have the Page of Wands reversed, and we have the Fool reversed. So I feel like this is saying that this is most likely not going to be something that lasts. And then the fortune cookie message says, acting on a good idea is better than just having a good idea. So I feel like, again, like with any reading, things are not necessarily set in stone, but I'm reading the current energies. And so if this is something that you want to continue, what your guides are kind of saying is that it's not enough just for a relationship to start, but you have to really act on maintaining that relationship. The learned Chinese word on the back is sun, S-O-N. So I think that they're all also kind of saying like, you're still like a learn. It kind of reminds me of the Page of Cups a little bit. You're still kind of learning about relationships through this experience. So even if it doesn't last, that's okay because you're still learning. And it will give you insights that will help you, right? So that if this doesn't last, then you'll have a better insight in how to establish a lasting relationship in the future. All right, so I hope that helps. Okay. Let's see. Emma, is Emma here? I love that name, Emma. Emma, how can I feel? First of all, Emma and Ivana, I appreciate you all knowing that you were next and going ahead and reposting your questions. That makes it so much easier. So Emma wants to know, how can I feel more comfortable in love and being loved? That is a wonderful question. I'm seeing 1616. There were 16 people present and 16 likes on the video in the moment that when I read that. So I feel like we're going to get like a really insightful answer here. And I also feel like your guides are also very proud of you for asking such a question. Maybe this will be a good answer for all of us. All right. How can Emma feel more comfortable in love and being loved? How can she feel more comfortable? What a great question. Yes, Miss M. Yeah, I hope that all of you feel gratitude to Miss M. I definitely do. She helps so much, always. All right. So, Emma, how can she feel more comfortable in love? We get the Judgment card reversed. I'm also getting the Fool card reversed. The Avocado reversed. These stickers are funny. How can Emma feel more comfortable in love? I feel like initially what they're saying with the Judgment reverse, they're saying maybe not to place too many judgments on things, including yourself. Also with the Fool card reverse, I think they're saying like, you have to be open to the unknown for one thing. I think that's part of what's scary about the love experience for all of us is like So much is unknown. For example, if you get into a relationship, it's scary because you don't know, it's vulnerable to even get into that position, right? It places you into this vulnerability. Uh, and then it's like, will it last? It's scary, because you have something, and then because you have that with someone, then there's the potential to lose it. So I think that can make people scared of even diving in to begin with. So they're encouraging you to be maybe more comfortable with the idea that there will always be unknowns. We never know when we start a relationship um, what will happen. If you develop feelings and you're not even in a relationship, you never know where it's going to go. Are you going to get involved? Or are you going to get your heart broken? We just never know. So I think they're saying working on being more working on being more comfortable with the unknown will help you. And I think also they're saying, like kind of understanding that nothing ever goes perfectly, right? I think with judgment, there could be this level of perfectionism when it comes to love. But you know that saying, it's better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all. I think that they're kind of saying that too. Like if you don't give love a chance, you also don't give yourself a chance to grow through that experience, because even if it ends in heartbreak, you have grown into a higher version of yourself because you have a greater understanding of yourself. You have a greater understanding of what you want and need from a relationship. You have a greater understanding of how to approach relationships. The fortune cookie message is a well-aimed spear is worth 3. So I think they're also saying it's really important to make good choices about who you get involved with, to be really thoughtful. Be open to newness, be open to the unknown, but that doesn't necessarily mean you want to jump off of every diving board and like just jump blindly into any kind of love situation. The avocado reverse. I don't know what the avocado reverse is trying to tell us. I kind of feel there's something about just the shape of the avocado, and it looks like there are these little hands. They're not actually hands, but it kind of looks like that, holding up the avocado. Now, I also kind of feel maybe there's something about like maybe appreciating yourself more, like working more on body positivity, like working more on self-love and body positivity. Um, I think that the world kind of like enforces this message that there's only one way to be attractive, and that's absolutely not true. It's not true at all. Everyone has, different things that they're attracted to physically and personality wise. You had avocado for breakfast. Maybe your guys are just joking with you then. I think they are. I pulled the page of wands. I think that they're maybe just kind of joking with you a little bit. Then with the avocado, they're funny. They're like, Emma, stop eating avocado, and then it will all work out for you. Not really. Keep eating avocado. Avocados are great. And the learn Chinese word on the back is bus. And I was trying to I pulled a clarifying card. I'm like, what does that mean? I think they're kind of just saying like not to take it so seriously. Like, when kids are on a school bus and they're like, the wheels on the bus go round and round. They're just having fun, right? They're on their way to school, which is not necessarily fun. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. But the ride there is fun. And then it's like maybe the approach to a relationship as you're leading up to it, kind of be more lighthearted and just approach it with fun and like don't worry too much about the fact that, oh, if I get involved in a relationship, it's going to be a lot of hard work. Yeah, yes, but you'll be learning a lot and you'll be having wonderful experiences. But before you get into that, on the journey to your next relationship, just kind of be like the wheels on the bus go round and round. You know, like life brings us what it brings us, and let's just try to enjoy, you know, what it does bring. I think. I hope this is helping, Emma. Pressure on yourself and how you affect others. I don't know if you are familiar with the Myers-Briggs typing, but that kind of sounds like an INFJ sort of a thing, like being constantly worried about how you affect others. Totally. Okay. Well, I'm glad that it helps. Thank you, Emma. Sometimes I feel like what I'm saying is not INFP, so very close. Yeah, INFPs are also very tender-hearted and sensitive. So that makes sense. I mean, you're going to have to find someone who understands you. You know, INFPs are very individual, unique folks, and they're very sweet, and they have to be treated tenderly. So I think that's, you know, when they said, you know, one well-aimed spear is better than three, you know, you really have to find the right person who complements your personality as well and who understands your sensitivity. Someone who doesn't understand that, you know, someone who's always going to be like, oh my God, you're being too sensitive, that is not going to be the right person for you. Hi, Diana, fellow INFJ. Yeah, I think a lot of my viewers are INFPs and INFJs. I did a pick a card once where I kind of guessed people's types, and in the comments, I definitely got that feeling. Lots of people were INFPs and INFJs. So I think that we just tend to be personalities maybe that are more attracted to this type of thing. We're cool like that. Okay, thank you, Gabriella. Oh my God, I love everyone being prepared. All right. Gabriella's question is there any message or advice from my guides, whatever they think I should know? Okay, so let's see. What do Gabriella's guides want her to know? We get the 10 of Pentacles, all right. The Sun card reversed. I feel like what they want you to know is things are much more positive than what they feel right now. I think, you know, maybe they're not exactly what you want them to be with the Sun card reversed, but they're saying things are actually way more positive than what it feels like sometimes. The 10 of Pentacles also is like a card where it's almost like you're climbing a mountain and it's just exhausting, you know? And you're like, this is so hard, such hard work. And where is the reward? You're halfway up the mountain and you're like, dear God, I've been climbing this damn mountain for forever. When am I ever going to, you know, see any results from it? So I feel like that your guides just want to remind you that the long-term rewards of whatever you're trying to accomplish right now that is such hard work, it will pay off, and it will be the equivalent of climbing a mountain. If you wanted to run up a hill, you know, that might be a little bit difficult, but you could do that quickly. This is a mountain. Whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish right now, this is a big goal. It's an ambitious goal. And so they want to encourage you to keep going, to have endurance, to persevere. You know, take rests when you need it. Take breaks when you need it. Because, you know, when someone is literally climbing a mountain, they don't sprint up the mountain. In fact, if it's a really big mountain, you know, people will camp out overnight sometimes. You know, you don't make the trip necessarily in one day even. So they're just reminding you of that. You could think of that as a metaphor in mind. You will reach the top of this. You will finish this, whatever it is you're working on. Let me get you a fortune cookie. Hello, Charlotte. It's nice to have you. Unless your name is Sisyphus. Sometimes it is like that too. You know, sometimes you're climbing up the mountain and you get pulled back a few notches and you have to redo it. But yeah, unless you're Sisyphus. Eventually, Sisyphus was released of that, though, right? I think eventually he was. Or am I wrong? Do I have the myth wrong? Okay. So Gabriella, your fortune cookie message says, it goes well with what we've already said for you. Accept something that you cannot change and you will feel better. It is so true. Acceptance is the key. Accepting something doesn't mean that we like the way that it is. It means we're not trying to force reality to be what it isn't. You know, we can waste a lot of headspace thinking, this should be different. This should be easier. I should already have finished this. I should already have completed this. You know, but acceptance is like, well, I don't like the fact that I haven't finished this yet, that I haven't completed this, but I can accept the fact that it is true. And from that place of acceptance, I can realistically figure out how to get where I want to go. And the Learn Chinese word on the back is July. So I feel like July is going to be a really important moment for you in terms of this progress, whatever it is that you're working on. Are you still here, Gabriella? So anyway, so that's your message. I think that's a really positive one. Things are going much better than what you think they are. And just keep persevering and you will get there. Oh, so thank you. These are the stickers you sent me, by the way. Yay, good. I'm so glad. I kind of thought that it did. But I think that's a reminder that all of us need sometimes when we're working on some really, you know, ambitious long-term goals. It can be very daunting and kind of exhausting when we're climbing our proverbial mountains. And sometimes it is the Sisyphus experience. Sometimes it really is. And then it becomes really extra daunting. We roll that boulder up to the top and then we just fall back down. All right. Okay, Aries, Rainbow Child is next. Aries is saying, I'm always told I'm too sensitive. I have heard that before as well. You know what I feel like saying? I'm like, maybe you're not sensitive enough, asshole. Am I too sensitive? You're too insensitive. Damn it. All right, Aries, Rainbow Child, what is your question? And are you still with us? I don't want to start reading for you if you're not here. You can kind of tell me what your question is. I know you probably posted it above, but I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling. So it's true. Like, who's to say, like, what's too sensitive? Yes, when climbing your personal mountain, we don't sprint. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm glad that more than one person is getting something out of some of the messages. That's good. And Spirit can speak to a lot of us at once. That's nice. Yeah, I think it is always a really nice reminder. Okay, Aries Rainbow Child, do you see me moving abroad this year? I feel like we have a yes so far. I've got the 7 of Pentacles upright. The Sun card reverse coming out again. And I feel like it's sort of like, it seems to me with the 7 of Pentacles, you've probably already put some sort of effort into making this happen. Maybe you've been saving up money, or you've just been planning or looking at different options for where to move. So it's not like a totally new thought. You've already been putting effort into strategizing and thinking how you could do that. And that is going to pay off. So yes, I do feel that you will. And the Sun card, even in reverse, is very positive. You know, being in reverse, it could mean like, you know, like I said with Gabriella, you know, like things are actually better than what they seem. It's just sometimes we can maybe not see that clearly. It could also be with the 7 of Pentacles, like it doesn't happen quite as quickly as you want or easily as you want, but I do feel that it will actually happen. Let's see what your fortune cookie says. I've got this trash can just full of fortune cookies over here. I need to empty it. Okay. Okay. Oh my God. This is like exactly what we were talking about. It says adjust finances, make budgets to improve your standing. So I feel like that's all what you've already been doing. So they're just saying this is really setting you up. You've been thinking about how to afford it. You've been, making plans. You've been thinking about your budget and all that. And all of that will pay off and it will improve your standing. So I think also this move itself will put you into a better place. And the learned Chinese word on the back is diving. So I feel like, yes, you're going to be diving into some new experience with this move. Absolutely. I think that you will. Yeah. I hope you'll come back and let us know if that was accurate. All right. So that was great. Oh, it's always a relief as a reader when you can tell someone the answer that you know that is probably what they want the answer to be. But I don't sugarcoat things, so I try to read the cards honestly, and if it is not what the person wants. Oh, thank you, Gabriella. I've got a couple of Gabriellas here today. I'm a Gabrielle, but I don't know. Are you the Gabriella? I had another Gabriella recently comment on one of my videos and say, "Here I am, another Gabby." I don't know if that was you or not, but it's like I always love to hear from other Gabbies. Gabbies are great. I have not met a Gabby that I did not like, or a Gabrielle or a Gabriella. Am I biased? I don't know. Maybe it's just you only get that name if you're a good one. All right, let me see here. Next we have Say. Gabbies are great. Yeah, I think so. Well, I don't always think that I'm great. In fact, I question myself a lot, but I like the name, and I tend to like people named Gabby. Hello, Say. Say Chirao. You've only met nice Gabbies. Has anyone met like a horrible Gabby before? I'm sure they exist. I myself am sometimes a horrible Gabby. For sure. You're very welcome, Aries Rainbow Child. Yeah, well, maybe someday you will, Charlotte. My mom, so mine is Gabrielle with an E at the end, and normally it's pronounced Gabrielle, but it's a very, very uncommon name where I come from. Like, I didn't even meet anyone with that name or like even like similar name until I went to college. So I don't know if it's just because she didn't really know how it was pronounced or if she just thought Gabrielle, she just liked that better than Gabrielle. But anyway, some of my family members, I come from the country, Eastern Kentucky, and some of my family members can't pronounce it either. They call me Gabrielle. Gabrielle. I know, we're just chock full of Gabbies in here. Okay, so the person, so there's a person you have in mind that is represented by King of Cups, Ten of Swords, and Emperor. You want to meet this person. You've been searching for years. Can't. I know I'm missing something, so this can come true. Okay. Okay, so what can you say about this person? Yes, my mom specifically named me that because of the Archangel Gabriel. Yeah, she specifically wanted me to name me after that angel. Which I appreciate because I really like angels. I like to say jokingly, my mom just knew that I was going to be an angel. I don't know. Okay, so what can we say for Say here? We have the Three of Swords reversed. Man, this card has come up multiple times for us today. Three of Swords reversed. I think that if this situation is causing you any sort of heartbreak or pain, your guides want you to release that pain. They want you. We also have the donut here, which is the number 3, which I would associate with the Empress card. They want you to understand that you are whole and complete within yourself. You know, donuts have a hole in them, sort of, but they also don't. You know, it's not, that piece is not meant to be there. But you might feel like a part of you is missing, and that it might make you sad to feel that this person is not here to feel what you perceive to be a void. But your guides want you to understand that, like I said, you're whole and complete within yourself already. See what your fortune cookie message adds to it. I know these stickers, the ones that, most of the ones that are like made up cards are like food items. I'm making everybody hungry. Okay, a new outlook brightens your image and brings new friends. So yes, they just want you to kind of shift your perspective about this a little bit, and that will actually help to manifest love into your life, whether it's this person or just having more companionship in general. Understanding, like I said, that you are whole and complete within yourself already will bring more love and companionship into your life. A lot of it, you know, again, the word, learn Chinese word on the back is bus. So I just feel like there are going to be a lot of people joining your life. The more that you can kind of learn to really appreciate yourself and have self-love and understand that you don't need anyone to complete you. Any other guidance for her? I feel like maybe she might need a little bit more of a message of guidance. It's just the 9 of Swords, which is telling me, again, 9 of Swords and 3 of Swords reverse is telling me you may have been worried a lot about this. I think it may be causing you a lot of anxiety. And that anxiety is actually blocking any kind of manifestation of this person or just love and companionship in general. And they're just saying there's absolutely nothing to worry about. You're perfect as you are. You're perfect. You're lovely. You're whole. You're complete. Everything about you is wonderful as it is. There's no reason to worry. And I know that that's easier said than done to just say, stop worrying. But I feel like, you know, if you're feeling anxious, you know, one of the things that works for me, if there are certain things that you know cause you to start feeling anxious, like if you're ruminating, if you're obsessively thinking about this person or other things, try to do less of the things that tend to cause anxiety and more of the things that you know kind of reduce your anxiety. So for me, like swimming laps or going out into nature, taking a bath, those are things that reduce my energy. Dancing or reduce my anxiety. They increase my energy. They reduce my anxiety. So for whatever it is for you, you know, like I said, do less of the things that cause anxiety and more of those things that you know release anxiety. And that's going to like shift your energy, and also just shifting that perspective and understanding you might feel this, you know, intuition that this person is supposed to come into your life at some point. But being in an anxious mindset or worrying about the fact that they're not there yet is not going to help bring them into it. All right, so I hope that helps. Oh, thank you, Tiv. Tiv999, bringing us some good angel number energy, since we're talking about numerology anyway. Okay, Richa is next. I want to know about my career and love life. Okay, we'll see, or we're just doing a 1 card pull, so we're going to ask Spirit to give us a card that can speak equally to both. Hi, Diana. I think Miss M will add you to the list. I don't know how. See, we've been here for almost an hour and a half. I don't know. My energy is feeling pretty good right now. So we'll see. All right. So for Richa, career and love life. Okay, we get 10 of Pentacles. Spirit's given us a lot of the same cards today. And the Hermit reversed. That's a new one. Ten of Pentacles and the Hermit reversed. Well, in terms of your love life, they're saying you're not going to be alone forever. So don't worry about that. We were talking about the Ten of Pentacles earlier and how it's kind of like that long-term goal type energy. I feel like they're saying in your love life, you're going to have, if you want to be married, you'll have that, and it will be a successful, stable marriage. Or if you don't really want to get legally married, it will be like a successful, stable, lasting relationship. Like, to me, the Ten of Pentacles is growing old energy. So if you're like, am I going to be alone forever? The answer is no, absolutely. But of course, with the Ten of Pentacles, it can also indicate like getting to that point that you want in your love life or in your financial life may take longer than what you want. In terms of finances, I think that was the other thing that you asked about. Career. Yes. Like you're gonna get to like a really established place. Whatever your career is, whatever your field is, you're gonna get to like to the top of your game. But it will take time and effort, so let's see what your fortune cookie card is. So it's very positive for both. It's like, you're going to have like the security that you want in both of those areas of your life. And your fortune cookie message. This is very helpful. A good way to keep healthy is to eat more Chinese food. Spirit, what are you doing? And then the learn Chinese word on the back is egg roll. Are you kidding me? So the answer to all your problems, I hope you like Chinese food because that's going to improve your love life and your career life. Our guides are joking with us a little. Maybe they thought we needed a laugh. I'm not going to put this in my little bin. I collect all of these fortunes so I can reuse them. I'm not going to keep that one. That's silly. Spirit, what are you trying to do to us with that? The Hierophant. They're just, I feel like they're joking with us. And I pulled this card. I felt like the dude was smiling. He's not really, but that's how it looked when I first picked it up. It's like our guides are like, they're just playing jokes on us. Anyway. Nobody commented on that fortune? Just eat more Chinese food? Spirit wants us to eat. Yeah, it's a lot about food today. Mangoes, strawberries, pizza donuts, avocados. I'm gonna have to start a buffet here. Oh, thank you, Richa. All right, let's see. Next is it Nads or Nods? Would like some clarity on my relationship with AN. I'm confused. I don't know how to proceed. Okay. That fortune is just telling you come back to the restaurant and buy more Chinese food. All right. So she wants to know clarity on her relationship with AN. I think I'm going to pull cards a little bit differently than I have for you. Okay, we have the Nine of Swords coming up. All right. I'm going to use this emotions deck over here. So first, the primary message of the Nine of Swords in any situation is you're kind of worried about nothing. And in other words, the things that you think you need to worry about, you're making them up. It's like when you're a kid and you're in your bedroom and it's dark at night and you look over and you see a jacket hanging on the wall and you think it's a monster and you get scared. Okay, but it's not a monster, right? So what they're saying is like you're perceiving things to be maybe more worrisome than what they actually are. So that's a good message. It's saying there's no need to worry, basically. But let me pull into these, thoughts playing on you. Exactly. Let me pull into these emotions cards here. Okay. So on your end, the emotion I get is powerless, and it is reversed. So I feel like you have felt like maybe you don't have control of this relationship. It makes you feel powerless sometimes, but you're trying not to feel that way. And for his or his or hers, I don't remember if you specified a gender, but the person you're asking about, I have worried reversed. So this person is trying not to worry. So it looks like both of you are kind of like a little bit stressed out about the relationship right now. But the card that came up, and I really thought that I took out all of these cards, but Spirit has a way of like placing the card where it needs to. This is just this card that says yes. It's not one of the emotion cards. Yes, what? Okay. Okay. I feel like, so we have inadequate and resentful. I think, yes, there are difficulties here, but, being in this anxious mindset is not necessarily going to help you all to solve those difficulties. One of you is feeling that the other person is inadequate, like you're not, like the other person is not stepping it up, the other person is not showing up for the relationship the way that they want to, and this is making someone else feel really resentful. And then we have encouraged reversed, and so that's making one or both of you feel that there's no future for this. What can you tell? What's the advice for her? What's your advice? Eight of Swords reversed. They don't want you to be in a limited mindset. They want you to understand that, you're not trapped. You're not powerless. And it seems like you're trying to, get into the energy of not feeling powerless already. So they feel like continue to do that. Continue to realize you're absolutely not powerless in this situation. We have the Ace of Cups. There is love here. And we have the Death card reversed. I feel like in order for this relationship to work better for the two of you going forward, there is going to be some sort of significant transformation that happens, but it feels like there's sort of a resistance to making those transformations. And that's kind of like what's, any relationship will come upon difficult moments, and it's how the two of you handle those moments, that decide whether or not, you're going to last or not. I feel like there is still, we have the Ace of Pentacles, there is still a chance for this relationship to last, but it's going to require something to really change. I think it will definitely require the two of you to form a closer bond through being able to listen and understand and really hear the other person better. I also feel that one or both of you might also benefit, and this is not a judgment because I have benefited from therapy a lot in my life, and I always encourage it. And I feel like they're encouraging you maybe to do that as well. If you're not already, going to see a therapist or something like that, I feel like, or just having someone, a trusted confidant who's wise and understands emotions and relationships better than you do. or just a therapist, like someone to really talk things out with is going to be really helpful. Someone who can kind of give you a different perspective and help you to kind of see things in a more beneficial way so that you're not getting trapped in that anxiety. So that's what I'm getting. I hope that that makes sense for you. All right. So I'm only going to be able to do one reading per person. If I've already read for you, please don't add anyone to the list for a second time. Only one reading per person, because I'm not even going to be able to get to everybody, probably. Yeah, all of these cards like this were in the bottom. Spirit is so weird. How do they do that? Okay. Okay, so Josephine is up now. Are you here, Josephine? Okay, what is the energy surrounding Eslin's feelings towards me? Okay, energy surrounding Eslin's feelings. I think I'm going to go to just really one tarot card right now. To really go back to the idea of just a one card pull. Maybe we can kind of get through the readings a little bit quicker that way. Oh, thanks, Miss M. Yeah, and if we get to the end of the list and I feel like I'm prepared to do more, then at that point, we can see where we're at. But yeah, that might be good. All right, thank you so much. Yeah, there are quite a few names on the list, so I think probably when I finished all the names on the list, that'll probably be the end of that. All right, so Josephine wants to know, what is the energy surrounding Eslin's feelings towards me? We have the Lovers card. I mean, he's in love with you. Let me get a song oracle for you guys. I mean, it's like he's in love. That's the major energy. He's definitely in love with you. Okay. This song does not come out ever. I don't think it's ever come out. It's Willie Nelson, First Rose of Spring. This is so beautiful. This Eslin, he is in love with you. First Rose of Spring by Willie Nelson is the song. In case you want to look it up and read the entire lyrics or listen to it. I'll read the portion of the lyrics that I have here. The first time that he saw her, he knew everything had changed. Overnight, love started blooming like the first rose of spring. Auburn hair like a sunrise, sweetest smile he'd ever seen. Butterflies, they danced around her like the first rose of spring. Summertime would have never started, and wintertime would never end. She colored his life, opened his eyes to things he'd never dream without the first rose of spring. Gave him children like a garden. They gave him all the love they'd need to grow up strong. She made a home, and every year he'd bring her the first rose of spring. The last time he saw her, he knew everything had changed. He said goodbye and let the tears fall like rain on the first rose of spring. Yeah, so he's in love with you. I mean, I think that he's even thought of, what it would be like to grow old together. I think that or I'm saying he, I'm assuming that's a male name, but anyway, regardless, as this person has thought about even like, what would it be like if you passed away? You're like, if we grow old together and you pass away, they're just thinking about what that would be like, that they would just always love you even after that, and pay their respects and continue to put, roses on your grave. I know that sounds a little bit morbid, but it's like, that's how much he loves you, is he's already thinking about like, I want to be with you till death do us part. Or she, like I said, I don't know. But yeah, that is so beautiful. Oh, he's told you that? Oh my God. Wow. So it's true. Yeah, don't doubt this. Like this, he's in love with you. That was a beautiful message. Thank you, Spirit. That was beautiful and it was like concise. It was easy to interpret. Sometimes the answer is just simple. He's in love. That's it. Very in love. This is very sweet. All right. Next we have Vishwani. Is Vishwani here? All right, go ahead and tell me what your question is. My throat's getting parched. I'm running out of beverage here. Okay, life purpose. All right, let me go to, I have a life purpose deck actually. I'll pull one card from it and one card from a tarot deck, I think, for you. What can we tell Vishwani about their life purpose? What is Vishwani's life purpose? What does Vishwani need to know about that? Travel. That's exciting. So it's going to be something that involves travel. Interesting. Do you like to travel? Let's see. It's funny too, because I felt called, I have a lot of decks to answer your question. I have a lot of decks. Yeah, so that you like traveling and that's going to be part of it. So that's really exciting. And you know, it's funny, even before I pulled that card, I was looking over here at my tarot decks to see which one I wanted to use because I felt like I wanted to use something different than the one I have been. And I wanted to use this Little Prince deck. And I don't know if you're familiar with the story of the Little Prince, but it's about this little boy who's like literally traveling through space, going to these different planets and exploring, different planets. And through that process, he learns, these different, life lessons. And but anyway, it's even the deck that I was called to was about travel. And that's before I pulled the travel card. So yeah, like exploration, learning about, being exposed to different cultures and things like that. We have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, the Eight of Cups is also about traveling and moving on. It's kind of with a little bit of a sorrowful energy, though. And we have the Chariot reversed. You know what? I think that your guides are saying this will involve travel, but sometimes, we think about travel like as like fun and exciting, but they do want to prepare you. Yes, it will be that, but they also are saying that there are going to be moments when the travel might actually be exhausting. Like your life purpose will involve traveling to the point that it's going to kind of lose its thrill at some point. So what do they have to say about that? I think they just want you to be prepared for that, but they just want to remind you that whatever this purpose is, it will be something that you love. And so they're like, in those moments where you're like, I have to pack my bags again, I'm living out of my suitcase again. They just want to remind you, like, yes, but it's the sacrifice you make to do the thing that you love. Yeah, and Six of Cups. Like this is something, whatever, in addition to it just be traveling, this is something that you've enjoyed or been interested in since childhood. Since childhood, you have been interested in this, whatever this life purpose is. It's not like a new interest. You've always been interested in this, whatever it is, So there you go. Your life purpose is something that you've enjoyed since childhood. And it is something that will lead you to be traveling a lot, which sometimes will be a bit of a burden for you, but you will figure it out because you'll be doing something you love. I think that being able to live a purposeful and fulfilling life is one of the greatest rewards. It is the birthright of all of us. We all have that as a birthright. And I think it's so wonderful when any of us is able to step into that birthright. All right. Good. Thank you. I'm glad that the reading made sense for you. All right. So next we have Albina. Okay. Albina says, I would like to know if I'll have a prosperous year, especially career-wise. All right. Is she going to have a prosperous year? I don't know why I want to pull a song oracle for this, because we'll just see why. Is she going to have a prosperous year? Especially career-wise. Hello? Okay, we have Marshmallow featuring A Day to Remember, Rescue Me. Okay, it says, never been safe, but I've never come closer. Another year down and another year older, aren't we all? A million fresh starts. What I needed was closure. I lost who I was, but I found my composure. When I found you, I found me. Nothing around, far as I could see. You were the current that carried me. When I found you, I found me. Locked in the sands, only you can read my SOS. Yeah, you rescued me. So yeah, I think that spirit is going to be rescuing you in a sense this year. So if you felt like you're like, help, help, help me, the universe is going to be helping and supporting you this year. So I feel like it will be a prosperous year. Let me pull one tarot card as well as a clarifier. You've got stars in your eyes for A Day to Remember. I'm not really too familiar with them. I liked the lyrics of this song, and I thought it would be a helpful oracle message. Okay, yeah, the other card, the clarifying card, is the Two of Swords. There are definitely a lot of things about this year and your question about being prosperous that are just, at this point, they're not things that you're capable of knowing, but they do want to reassure you that, yes, this will be a promising year. But yeah, sometimes there are things that we can't know because knowing them would not allow things to unfold as they need to. Do you know what I mean? Like, we can use tarot and divination to kind of look ahead, but we're not always going to be able to know everything because sometimes that knowing would actually get in the way of it. But they do want to reassure you things will improve this year for sure. There is some sort of like a spiritual rescue mission here. So your guides are really going to be supporting you, and there will be definitely an improvement for you this year in that area of your life. All right. Oh, I'm sorry, Taiba. All right. So next we have Kareen, right? Is Kareen still here? So while we're waiting for Kareen, I'm going to go get something more to drink because my throat is kind of parched, okay? So I'll be right back. If anyone's confused about where I'm at, just let them know. I'll be right back. Okay, Karine, what is your question? Oh, the green owl. That is the cutest name ever. Karine, can you tell me what your question is? Can you all hear me? Okay, Karine, I scrolled back, I found it. Should I request that extra income or should I just stop with the application? Okay. Should Karine request that extra income or should she stop with the, should she stop with the application? I'm feeling the song oracle again. Don't know why. Normally I go to this for like romance readings, but whoops. But it worked the last time. It made perfect sense, I felt. So we'll trust it. Whoa. Ah, Etta James at last. I think the answer is yes, that you should. Let me pull a clarifier. I mean, this is definitely a love song, but it's I found a dream that I could speak to, a dream that I can call my own. I think especially if this money is helping you to fulfill some sort of dream, then the answer is absolutely yes. Karine, I love this song too. It's one of my favorite songs. And it's your song. You know, like Spirit has like earlier the avocado card when someone I think maybe it was Country and someone had just eaten avocado that morning. That's really sweet. Okay, let me pull a clarifier though. And then we have the High Priestess. I think, you know, your guides are just saying intuitively, you already kind of know what the answer is. But I mean, it's like, yes, especially if this is meant to sort of help you fulfill some sort of dream or purpose that you have, then yes. And I think the outcome of asking for that would be you ate avocado too. Everybody's getting their avocado in today. So yeah, I mean, that's it. The answer is yes. And I feel like, you know, because they're choosing this song that is especially important to you, you know, it's also just a reminder from your guides. They just want you to know how connected they are to you and that they are supporting you in this process as well. So go out, you know, yeah, request that money and fulfill your dreams with it, you know. Hi, Abida. You're very welcome, Karine. Okay. Okay, so Charlotte is next. Charlotte, are you here? And tell us your question. I'll switch over to the, do any of you have this deck? It's the Modern Witch. I love this deck, but it is so hard to shuffle. The cardstock is so thick and not very flexible. Well, thank you, Karine. That is very kind. Whose turn is it? Is it Charlotte or is it Abida? Maybe it is. Oh, is it Abida's turn? Hold on, I'm confused. Okay, Charlotte, I'd like to know about love and partnership this year? Okay, it's Charlotte's turn. You feel like a modern witch? Yeah. I was not sure if I was a witch or not until this past year. All of a sudden, I just knew. I was like, yeah, I am a witch. It just, in particular, I'm a gray witch, which is a witch that is working for the light, but comfortable enough to face the darkness. Yeah, modern witches. We are certainly coming out of the woodworks of what history has put us into. History has taught us to hide ourselves away. And we're just like, fuck that. We're witches. We're here. We're witches. Get used to it, bitches. We're here. We're witches. Get used to it, bitches. Okay. Okay, Charlotte wants to know about love and partnership this year. Okay, I get 2 cards coming out. I get the 5 of Pentacles and also the Knight of Cups. Now, in this particular deck, and maybe this is why I was called to use this particular deck, the Knight of Cups card to me, and I know this isn't the best here, but she looks very kind of melancholy to me. So I feel like this is, it will be a year, you might get sort of lovesick or like melancholy when it comes to romance. I think that there will be someone you're interested in, but I feel like there's like a struggle in this to kind of make it work that is going to make you feel kind of melancholy. I think, let me see. Yeah, it's like either you're interested in someone and there's just nothing is happening, or like there's no communication. So it's like, I feel like your heart is very involved this year, but it's not going to be in a way that makes you so happy exactly. Is there some advice for her? Yeah, Gray Witch. I like it too. So you have death. They're giving me death reversed and death upright from these tarot stickers. It's the death card that's reversed. And I know, like I said, this isn't super clear, but this one looks a little bit more like sad and, again, like melancholy, a little bit darker. And this one is like this groovy, like they're these groovy Technicolor skeletons are getting all wavy, so it's like, I feel like your guides are saying this will be a year of transformation for you in that area of your life. So even though it may seem difficult, like they want you to kind of like get groovy with it, like enjoy the transformation. There will be like some sort of death and rebirth process that will really take you to the depths of your emotions. The death card is related to Scorpio energy. And if you know, that doesn't mean that you have to be a Scorpio, but I'm just reading the energy of it is, Scorpio is a sign that's very emotionally deep, and psychologically deep. So yeah, this, my favorite metaphor for the death card or those transformative moments is, the caterpillar going into its cocoon, which is like going into a coffin, right? The old self dies away. And of course, that is painful, right? There's no denying it. Any kind of major transformation is difficult. But they're saying, like, what happens when you emerge? You're this beautiful, colorful butterfly. So if that area of your life this year feels difficult, remind yourself, like, don't allow yourself to think, oh my God, this is just painful. There probably will be moments where you feel, like I said, kind of melancholy, maybe even hopeless a little bit. But they want to, in those moments when you get down, remind yourself, this is taking you to the higher octave of your experience of life. So, like, understand that. Yeah, you're entering that cocoon, that coffin, and it's tough. You're going into this transformative process, but you get to come out as this groovy skeleton who's like, hey, change is pretty cool. I'm kind of glad I went through that change. Now that I see where it took me, the process wasn't fun, but like the end result is, look, I'm a butterfly. I could fucking have wings. I didn't know I could have wings. Do caterpillars know that they have the potential of having wings? Not until they get there. And it requires them to go through this scary process. Like, why do I feel compelled to start building this cocoon? What the heck is going on? And now my entire selfhood is dissolving. And yet the caterpillar continues this process. They feel compelled to, and somehow they trust it, even though it's painful. Your guides are just saying to do the same thing. So there you go. Hope that makes sense. Okay, who is next? Suman. Suman, if you are here. Okay, thank you. Things ended badly with a guy last year. What was his purpose in my life, and will I find love this year? That's a great question. Okay, so it ended badly. So what was the purpose? What was the purpose of that with this guy? Why did she have that experience? We have a card just leaping out. Okay, Four of Cups. I think that you had that experience so that you could really examine what you really want out of love and what you don't want. Because the universe offered you something, ultimately you rejected it, right? You said things ended badly. I don't know exactly what that means for you. I'm seeing 2626 though. But anyway, yeah, it was for you to kind of understand, what do you really need and want emotionally out of a relationship, and what do you just not want to deal with anymore, so that in the future, maybe you can avoid that type of, things going badly. Whatever happened with the two of you, you can, in the future, if you start to see that someone else might be bringing that type of emotional energy into your life, you can be like, nope, I'm going to move on before I get too involved, So it's so you can kind of make wiser choices. Yeah. And then we get the Seven of Cups reversed. It's just understanding that you do have choices and being able to look at those options, with greater wisdom so that you can make better choices. And then I'll just pull one quick card. You want to know, will you find love this year? We get this Star card. So yes, your wishes will be fulfilled. You will find a very happy, positive love this year. There you go. Yeah, big eye opener. So that's it. That was the purpose. I kind of feel like that's kind of the purpose of most, romantic things that end badly, or anything that ends badly. It teaches us kind of how to approach that type of thing in the future, and all of that. So you're very welcome. All right, next is Green Owl. Green Owl gets the best name award today. I'm being a little extra with my spray. All right, Green Owl, are you still with us? It's funny, I had these little owl charms that I'd used in a reading before, and today when I was trying to clear my desk off to make room for my computer, I came across a couple of them. So I actually have a little green owl. Okay, what will happen between M and you? What will happen between M and the green owl? So we get the Three of Swords reversed and the High Priestess upright. So whatever your intuition is, is correct. Your intuition is correct. I think that there will be an ending to some sort of heartbreak. Let me clarify that. 3 of Swords reversed. If things have been kind of, yeah, I think if you've been kind of waiting around for something to happen and that's been causing you to be kind of sad or hurt, then I think that you will finally, whatever you've been waiting for, it will happen. So you're kind of like your patience will pay off. Yeah. And then we get the Ace of Pentacles reversed and the Star reversed. Maybe your original intentions for this connection have not. It's kind of like when you plant a seed, you might have an idea of how that plant is going to grow, and it's not going to ever exactly be what you expect. So this may have, the way that this connection has developed, maybe it's not really exactly what you thought, but I think you're getting closer to that, is basically what they're saying. I hope that makes sense. So things are starting to kind of grow and develop more in the direction that you have been wanting them to, and although you've been kind of waiting for that to happen. So there you go. That's what the answer is. All right. Okay, so Shubi, what is your question? Oh, my battery is running low. So let me go get my charger. Otherwise, we might lose the live stream before we're done. Oh, thank you, Green Owl. And thank you, everyone, for showing your appreciation to Miss M. This plugin is in kind of an awkward place. Okay. All right, Shubi. I like how you start this. Hey, Gabby, I need a little help. I need a little help regarding my career. Please help me regarding the direction to find my passion career-wise. I want to know about how my career will turn out. Okay. I love this deck, but I really wish it was easier to shuffle. Okay, the direction to find my passion career-wise. Like, are you asking, like, what should you do as a career? I just kind of need to understand your question a little bit. When you say, please help me regarding the direction to find my passion, okay, so you're not really sure what you should be doing. Let me go back to that life purpose deck, then we'll start with that. I need fulfillment. Yes, we all need and deserve that. We all deserve to be having fulfilling careers or just life purposes. Not everything has to be a career, but we all deserve to be leading purposeful and fulfilling lives, in my opinion. Children, have you ever thought about working with children? We get children and artists and books. Wow, you could be like a teacher, maybe an art teacher, or art could be anything. Like it could be literature too, like writing, or just if it's elementary school, of course you could be doing teaching them different subjects. You've never thought about working with children? You don't like either? Why are they suggesting this then? Maybe I'm not picking up your energy very well. Let me pull some tarot clarifiers. Well, it does happen sometimes. The reading just doesn't resonate at all. It does happen. But let's see. Why are they saying this? We get the Three of Wands reversed. Your guides are saying, there are a lot of options that you haven't even considered. Obviously, children, art, and something related to books. It could even be like writing a children's book. Is that something you thought about? I think regardless, they're saying, you know what? Maybe look at a wider array of options, kind of open up the possibilities a little bit more. And then Seven of Wands reverse. Yeah, don't allow yourself to get like stuck in a corner thinking that you're bad at writing. We're just saying, like, you don't have to do things that other people do. Five of Wands reversed. They don't want you to focus on like trying to like keep up with the Joneses, or well, so and so is doing so great in their career, like I need to compete with them. They don't want you to view it that way. This is your own personal journey. Why is the Children card coming up? Your guides actually feel that you would enjoy working with children. We have another card stuck here. What is it? Four of Swords reversed. So even though you've never really thought about that and you don't think that you would enjoy it, your guides disagree with you. And maybe this reading is just incorrect, or maybe your guides just want to open your eyes up to some other things. Why is the Artist card coming up? Again, Eight of Wands, like, you would enjoy doing artistic things and that self-expression part of it. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be like an artist that is going to hang, your work's going to hang in a gallery or anything. But it's just like that would be enjoyable. Like, what about books? We get Five of Swords reversed. You said that you're a horrible writer. And they're just saying, again, like, there's no need to compare yourself to others. Yeah, your guides just feel like you're kind of like placing limits on your own self. You're kind of limiting your own self by saying things like, well, I'm not a good writer, But, maybe you could write a blog or something that's shorter than a book, or I feel like self-expression with artists and books, there's something about self-expression, and it could be, something else. It could be like having a YouTube channel, or anything where you're just expressing yourself, getting your thoughts out there. So it doesn't even have to be writing per se. And of course, with books, it could be that you're reading books and learning from books. It doesn't necessarily have to be in writing. Yeah, Shanzi, thank you. Maybe get in touch with your childish side and think outside the box and get creative with your career. Thanks. Just did my job for me. Yeah, I think so. Yes. Thank you, guys. I feel like this is it. And the other part of your question was just how your career would go. So I'll pull one question for that. Although I do want to ask people, try to keep it to just like one question, even if they're related. So we get the Ace of Pentacles reversed. In terms of how your career will go, first you have to plant a seed. So you have to kind of choose a path and decide. So, it's not really going to go anywhere until you figure that out, which just seems like that's what you're trying to do. But I think once you do figure it out and actually start planting that seed and working towards some particular career goal, then it will turn out well. The long-term results are very promising. All right. Okay. Okay, Peachy is here. That's okay. Yeah, I think a lot of people are having internet issues tonight. Okay. What's your question, Peachy? Is my live stream coming through well, or is it choppy or anything? I'm just curious to know if it's any different from usual. Thank you, Shubi. Peachy, what is your question? I hope you're still here. I know you said your internet was acting up. Maybe it took you out again. I'll wait a moment for you, and if not, we'll have to come back to you. Hello, the spa junkie. I wouldn't mind going to a spa right now. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead to Diana's question. I think maybe we've lost Peachy. So, all right, Diana's saying, about 6 months ago, I saw someone in my dream. And since then, my readings have been telling me that I'm going to meet my soulmate. I have someone in my mind, but I'm not sure if it's him. Well, I get the Wheel of Fortune upright. So yes, I do believe that you are correct. That is the person that you're thinking of. And yes, destiny and fate are bringing the two of you together. So there you go. Just short and simple. Anything else Spirit wants you to know about that? 7 of Cups. Yeah, I think that I feel like, you've had maybe a lot of confusion in your love life. You may have pursued options that were not the best for you in the past, or been confused by your options. And yeah, I see this woman kind of looking up to this cup at the top, which to me is like the true love cup, the little heart with wings. And I think that Spirit is divinely guiding you towards your true love. So I think that, your confusion, you're like not understanding what exactly it is you need or who you should be with. I think that will be becoming clearer to you, which is why they're speaking to you through your dreams and things like that. Well, yeah, sometimes our true love does seem too good to be true. That's part of it, is like, recognizing that we're worthy of so much more than what we've been thinking. I think that was part of what that 7 of Cups message was. Is that, sometimes we accept a lot less than what we deserve because of that kind of mentality of like, that's too good to be true, like I'm not worthy of that or whatever. And I think that's one of the lessons that we have to learn too, in order to align with our true love, is to kind of develop more of a sense of worthiness. So you are worthy. You are worthy of this person. If you think this person is too good to be true or something, no, I mean, it is true love, but it's not too good to be true. It is true, and it is good. All right, so if Peachy comes back, then Peachy, okay, I got you. Sorry. All right, Peachy, my question is, I'm worrying about a person leaving me in the future. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I want a reading guidance for what to do and what's going to come, maybe. Okay. Thanks, Diana. All right. So for Peachy, what about this? She's worried about this person leaving her. So what's going to happen? We have the High Priestess reversed. So I think that you're letting your fear get in the way of you, and it's making you think that it's an intuition when really it's a fear. We also have the Emperor reversed. So, I mean, the reality is that there's the potential for a firm foundation and a safe foundation with this person, but it needs to be worked on. You know, the foundation is not as it should be quite yet. But it doesn't mean that this person is going to leave you. There is security here, but maybe that security needs to be developed a little bit more. I think that there may be some like minor conflicts and things, like arguments or something that happen, or this could be like also jealousy or like fear of other people interfering, that type of thing. And you know, there are reasons to. It's not like you're totally wrong. It's not like everything's perfect and you're just imagining that there are issues. There are issues. There are issues that need to be addressed. But I feel like the Spirit is saying if you can address those issues through like open and honest communication, then I think that you can resolve it and figure it out. I'll say to you, Ralph, thank you for coming. And you're very welcome. Okay, so what's going to come in this for Peachy is the Queen of Pentacles. I really feel like there's actually long-term potential here. It's just, you know, you all are in a place where you're going to have to learn how to communicate openly and honestly and without arguing so that you can, you know, figure out how to make this foundation more secure. I think if you figure that out, then the foundation will be very secure, and there's a very good chance of this being a very lasting relationship and stable. Okay, Neuron is next. Oh, thank you, Peachy. I'm so glad. Kia, if you're here at the end, when I finished up everyone else, if you're still here, then I'll ask your question. But it needs to be like one question, you know, not like multiples, not sneaking in multiples. But yeah, but just if you're here when I'm done with everyone else. Okay, Neuron, how does H Scorpio feel about me? Will he contact me soon? All right. How does the Scorpio, whose name starts with an H, feel about Neuron? Okay. I think that he feels like he's trying to pretend like everything is fine, but it's not. I think he's feeling kind of devastated right now. It feels to him like, you know, the two of you kind of keep going round and round with the same kind of issues. And it's like he feels like you all are never able to kind of resolve those issues. So it's like, you know, getting stuck in a ditch and not knowing how to get out of that. But he's very attracted, like he's very attached to you. He does not want to lose you, but he feels like, part of that's part of the reason why he feels so devastated, because things are not working out. And he's like, you know, he doesn't want to lose you. He's but it's kind of it's not the best energy. I mean, the Devil card and the Ten of Swords, it's just not a great energy. I feel like, I think that he needs to start like looking at things differently from a different perspective. I have the Hangman reversed. What does he need to see differently? The Lovers and the Ten of Wands reversed. I think he needs to start seeing that a relationship is only going to work if you put work into it. You know, the attraction itself obviously drew the two of you together. We get the Devil card and the Lovers. So like this attraction is like super strong. So however attracted to him you are, he is equally very strongly attracted to you. But that's not the whole thing. Like magnetic chemistry is great, but you also have to work on it. You know, and I think that that's what he's not understanding. Like you have to work on it. You have to make certain sacrifices. Otherwise, you know, the attraction is just not going to carry it all on its own. And then you also ask, will he contact you soon? So we'll just do like a quick and get the Wheel of Fortune jumping out upright. So yes, he will contact you soon. Yeah. So there we go. Okay, Gabriella. Gabriella is still here. This Gabby is getting hungry. I'm hungry. Whoops. Gabriella. Is Taiba here? Yes, I offer personal readings. If you look in the description box under the video, you can find a link to my website where it lists all of my personal readings that you can purchase. Okay, here she is. And if Taiba is here, go ahead and post your question so that when I'm done with Gabriella's, I'll be ready to do yours. Okay, Gabriella says, recently I met this guy named Pat and felt a strong connection to him, even though I don't really know him. I was wondering if his feelings are mutual or not. Thank you so much for all that you do. Okay, let me see here. I'm going to pull one card for Gabriella. His feelings, one card for his. I'm going to use my emotions deck too. I think he feels kind of shy. He feels kind of uncertain. So I think that there is, like, I think he does feel a little bit of an attraction to you. But he's not really sure what it is yet. You know, it's not like super developed. I think from your end also, you're kind of, I think both of you are struggling a little bit with confidence. On your end, we get the Eight of Swords reversed, which can be a little bit like having some kind of a little bit low confidence or insecurity. And also confidence reverse. I think you're trying to be more confident. You're trying to be more like, yeah, I think he does like me back, but I think you're kind of doubting yourself. So that's the energy I'm getting from your end. From his end, we get the Two of Cups reversed. So again, I think he does recognize some level of pull towards you or attraction, but we also have confused reversed and then proud reversed. I think he's just sort of confused right now by this connection. You know, we got confused, and then also the unsure card when I was shuffling, I saw. I feel like he just is not sure what to make of this right now. Honestly, I also am getting the feeling like he kind of thinks you're playing games with him, whether that's true or not, that's kind of what I feel like. We also have the irritated card, and we get 3 of Wands reversed, 7 of Swords reversed, and 2 of Wands. He's like, is she just playing games with me? Is she just like, does she just want attention? Is she just trying to like feel good about herself? But she's not really into me. So I think right now he's like not really allowing himself to even go there too much emotionally, because he's not really sure of your motives. And so that could be his own insecurity that's making him feel kind of paranoid or suspicious of you. But yeah, he kind of feels like you're kind of toying with him. And he's like, I don't think so. Like he does feel this attraction, but he's like, no, I'm not going to have my feelings played with. So, I mean, that's what I'm getting. That's what I feel right now in terms of that. All right. So Tybus says, do you see me living in my own flat with my kids? I'm living with my parents. JG, yes, a 9-year is about kind of like the completion of a cycle. Things will sort of be wrapping up. Anything that's been going on in your life over the last 9-year period is going to kind of like come to a closure, so you can kind of start a new fresh cycle. Okay, I'm glad that it made sense, Gabriella. Thank you. All right, so Taima wants to know, will she be living in her own flat with her kids? I'm getting a no for that, and I feel like these are all Wands cards. I get 8 of Wands reversed, Ace of Wands reversed, and 10 of Wands. It just feels like it's kind of hard to, it's like there's a sort of inertia. It's kind of hard to kind of get things moving in that direction for you. It's hard to make it happen for some reason. Let me pull a fortune cookie for you and see what's your guidance to Taiba. If she wants to make this happen, what can she do to help make this happen? Because right now it's leaning towards a no, that you're not going to be able to figure out how to make it happen. Okay. It says a goal is a dream with a deadline. A goal is a dream with a deadline. So your goal is to get at your own place. I think that they kind of like want you to maybe like kind of figure out a timeline of how that might happen. And maybe that, kind of giving yourself a deadline for how to make it happen might give you more momentum to actually do it. So that seems to be their guidance for you so far. I hope that makes sense. You're very welcome. I hope it helped, JG. I'm not really an expert in numerology. I am also myself having a 9 personal year. So that means that we're both life path 4s. So there you go. You're welcome, Neuron. Okay, and Kia. Wait, was there someone before Kia? Okay, okay, Kia. Kia's still here. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, Taiba, your guides are just saying to don't give up. Congratulations, Hilda. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Okay, Kia. Okay, will I get into a relationship in the next 3 months? Okay, I'm getting a very strong no. I get 3 cards reversed. The Lover's card, the Eight of Swords reversed, and the World card. I think that your guides want you to kind of have higher standards for yourself. Part of the reason you're not attracting a relationship right now is actually because you're maybe too willing to accept whatever would come your way in a sense. Or at least that's your guide's perspective on it. It might not be yours. Yeah, I think that your guides feel that maybe your approach to love, the way that you're kind of looking at things needs to be shifted a little bit. They're also saying like it's actually a very positive thing right now for you to be single. And if you're really wanting to be in a relationship, it might be hard for you to see it that way. But they want you to understand there are lots of great things right now about the fact that you're not in a relationship. So they want you to start being in an attitude of gratitude and appreciation for, what being single allows you that being in a relationship wouldn't, right? It allows you certain freedoms and things that you wouldn't have otherwise. Allows you to continue to explore your options, right? And then other than that, like I said, they really want you to start, recognizing what you truly are worth in terms of a relationship. It's not, you wouldn't want to get into a relationship just for the sake of being one, right? It needs to be the person who's right for you, that someone who you can have a really truly loving and supportive relationship with. So I think they want you to work on like self-worth and, like I said, just appreciating all the perks of being single still. Okay. Yeah, good old Hilda. Okay, who am I reading for now? Was that the last one? Is it now? Is it you now, Miss M? Okay, what do you see coming for me in love in 2021? All right, let me see here. So even just like seeing the cards that I'm seeing as I'm splitting the deck, I'm getting these messages for you. You will find strength through uncertainty. And also, yes, there will definitely be someone that you're very attracted to. This will be a very positive connection, a very positive, loving connection. But of course, you'll be very uncertain about, what's going to happen, as we always are. Like there are things that we don't know. But they want you to find strength in the uncertainty rather than allowing the uncertainty to make you feel like you're weak. They want you to understand that uncertainty actually gives you a position of strength, which is, what does that mean? The 10 of Wands. It gives you a position of strength. I think that this person who you're going to be attracted to is someone who is maybe not the best at handling their emotions. This might be someone who's not very good at expressing their emotions, although they are very sensitive. They might try to cover that up, by kind of clamming up and not ever expressing their emotions. And so it's going to make it harder for you to kind of understand what's going on in this situation. So it will feel uncertain, but that uncertainty strengthens you. It strengthens you to be able to handle a situation with someone who is like the King of Cups reverse. So someone who is sensitive, but who tries to kind of, act like they're not sensitive. Someone who trying to, it can be someone who can be kind of aloof or childish or something to kind of distract from the fact that they are feeling sensitive. Let me see if I can find a better way of expressing it. I mean, this person will really care about you, but you're going to be the more emotionally mature person. They care about you, and you will definitely care about them, but you're going to be the much more emotionally mature person. And so it will require you strength to be like, well, I really like you, but like, I like you, but I'm having to deal with the fact that you're not like totally an emotional grown up here. And I think at sometimes it will make you doubt the connection and doubt whether or not you really want to pursue this. But at the same time, you're very attracted. And so you do want to pursue it. So, yeah, again, like there's a lot of kind of uncertainty. I know, like, yeah, me too. Yeah. Isn't that what we all, that's why we watch, I guess that's why we all watch these tarot videos because we're so uncertain. But yeah. So, I mean, they're just saying, I mean, they're not saying necessarily that this is right or wrong for you. I think you kind of have to figure that out through the process of living it. But there is the potential of forming a strong bond with this person, but it's going to take work. It'll take effort to really break through that, exterior that they have. Because this is someone who doesn't really allow people to get close to them because they're afraid of getting hurt. And but they don't ever want that to show. Like this is someone who'll really hide that level of sensitivity. And so it's like it's hard to talk to people about the emotions they're experiencing if that person is like clamming up and pretending that they're not having those emotions to begin with. So it's really like almost like you have to teach this person how to like how to talk through their emotions more and stuff like that. And I think that it's going to be, as an empath, I really get frustrated with this type of situation where I just have to like tune into my intuition just to know how someone feels. You know what I mean? Like, and I think it's that type of thing. Like you're going to have to like read the subtext. You're going to have to read past what their behavior looks like, because what they're actually feeling is so different from what they're trying to make it look like they're feeling. Yeah, a grown-up man-child. Yeah. So what's your advice? Like when this person comes along, what's your advice to her? They don't want you to get pulled into any like ego battles or ego struggles here with them, because that will definitely lead to disaster and heartbreak for you. This person may not be the best person for you, but there is some reason that the two of you are drawn together. I think that this process, more than anything, helps you to learn something about yourself. Yeah, and I think more than anything, it's kind of like a learning process. So what should she do when she encounters this person? I think that you should resist the urge to be the person who's doing all the work. Because, I mean, like I said, this person is so emotionally needy and kind of emotionally incapable that you would kind of have to be doing the majority of the work, and you don't deserve that. There's something to learn about the experience. You'll definitely have those feelings, but how can you like move forward and still choose to do what's best for you, rather than like indulging in this person's ego and just like I said, just doing all of the emotional heavy lifting. That's not fair to you. So I'm glad that it resonates. Yeah, I think that I feel like women in particular tend to, especially women who are attracted to men, we tend to kind of have that type of situation a lot, because women, we're more socialized to be comfortable with our emotions. And so, yeah, we do find ourselves a lot of times in situations with men who are just not as good at it, partly because they're socialized not to be emotionally intelligent. So, I mean, they kind of can't help it, but at the same time, like, they still have their own personal responsibility to kind of grow up and be accountable for their own emotions. It's not our job to do that for them. So maybe that's part of the lesson, you know, and that could be a lesson you've already been learning, but, you know, maybe this will kind of drive the lesson home for you a little bit more or something. So thank you so much, Miss M. I really do appreciate your help so much. And thanks to everyone else who showed up today. And it was nice to come back for the live stream. This was a nice long one, so I feel like we kind of made up for the absence. So anyway, all right. I'm looking forward to go eating some food. I've been talking a lot about food today. So anyway, I love you guys so much. Be well. Happy New Year, and I'll see you guys later.